Hello everyone, welcome to Bahal Recap. Today we are reviewing 2014 thriller movie named Beyond the Lights. Please subscribe the channel and like the video. Let's get started. The film begins in South London in 1998. A single mother named Macy Jean takes her young daughter, Noni, to a hair salon late at night. Felicia, the hairdresser, informs them they are closed as it is her birthday, and she has plans with her partner. Macy implores Felicia to style Noni's hair for an upcoming talent show and earnestly requests she help them. Felicia asks Noni what song she'll perform that night, and Noni replies that it's Nina Simone's Blackbird. Felicia agrees and starts working on Noni's hair. During the talent show, various children showcase their abilities. However, the most outstanding performance comes from Noni. She performs Blackbird by Nina Simone and inspires both the judges and audience to rise to their feet. She secures the first runner-up trophy just behind a girl who performed with hula hoops. While Noni is thrilled about her achievement, Macy feels differently. She calls her daughter off the stage abruptly and hurries her to the car. As they reach the car, Noni is in tears. Macy instructs her to throw the trophy on the ground, asserting that she should aim for nothing less than the top award, not simply being a runner-up, but always clinching the first place. The narrative then jumps forward to when Noni has become a pop star. As an adult, Noni has become an overly sexualized pop star, gaining her fame from a duet with rapper Kid Culprit, also known as Machine Gun Kelly. We see their music video, which contradicts her former persona as a modest girl. However, Noni is embracing her erotic image and playing the role. They even snagged the Billboard Music Award for Best Video, and her debut album hasn't been released yet. Her mother has remained by her side to this day and is extremely proud of her. As her manager now, she handles every aspect of Noni's career. After the show, Noni signs autographs for her fans, gets into her limo, and drinks champagne with her entourage. Once they reach their hotel, Noni returns to her room, under the protection of Officer Kaz Nicole. He took over a friend's shift that night and is now tasked with guarding the celebrity. As soon as Noni enters, she tells Kaz she doesn't want any visitors for a while. Later, Macy enters the room only to find her daughter seated on the balcony, ready to jump off the 10th floor. Kaz rushes to save her, trying to talk her down, but it only makes her more determined to jump. He quickly offers his hand, and she grabs it. He tells her he sees her, and she doesn't need to do this. His words make her pause, helping her to be rescued. Once safe, Macy hurries to get Noni inside, assuring her she's okay. But it's clear Noni is in shock, focusing on what this angel saw in her. Officer Kaz's father is also a renowned and well-liked captain named David Nicole. He is called to the scene and meets with Macy to investigate the accident further. They converse and decide it's best to give a press release about the night's events. Despite feeling down, Noni is getting her clothes ready. Kaz's father approaches him to explain how Noni is feeling. The father advises him to lie, saying Noni slipped and fell, due to her drunkenness at their award celebration, instead of the truth about her attempting to end her life. A press conference is held following the incident. Noni and Macy pass it off as a drunken accident, with Kaz made to look like a hero cop. The press continues to harangue Noni about whether or not it was a suicide attempt, but she refuses to comment. A paparazzo later approaches Kaz and offers him $20,000 to tell the whole story. But for now, Kaz just tells him he is trespassing and he has to go. The next day he has also become famous, and the paparazzi await him at his job. Meanwhile, Noni and Macy meet with the record producer Liam King, who wants to push the release of Noni's album after the talk of her attempting to end her life, because it won't resonate with the audience. Macy urges him to reconsider, with an upcoming appearance at a music awards show, expressing the need for a look that will complement the album's release. One evening, Noni encounters Kaz, who has come to check on her. Asking if she's alright, she assures him she is, and apologizes for making him lie to the press. Desiring to spend more time together, Noni suggests they grab a bite at her favorite spot. They drive off as Macy continues to call after her. Away from the crowds, Noni takes Kaz to an airport, a place where they can enjoy peace. Kaz admits he's never been on a plane and shares fears for his safety, along with worries about her, and suggests she get professional help, but Noni tells him she's doing all right now. As they get to know each other, she finds the check from the paparazzo given to him and accuses him of selling her out. Kaz denies saying anything to the man. She doesn't believe him and suggests he take her home. They drive silently, and Noni arrives at her luxurious cabin. They talk, make some peace, and Noni even leans in to kiss him. He leaves for the night, but it's clear things are just beginning. When he gets home, Kaz is met by his father. We now realize Kaz is focused on his future career in the department and possibly in politics. His father is his mentor, but understands Kaz has been spending time with Noni and advises him to be mindful of his associations. The next day, however, Noni knocks on his door and asks him to be her bodyguard. From then on, he continues hanging out with her wherever she goes, either for rehearsal or visiting sick people. He likes her, and she does too. One day, while Noni is at a photo shoot, the director asks for naked shots, making her uneasy. Despite her discomfort, her manipulative mother persuades her for a better cover image. Reluctantly, Noni removes her top and poses, receiving praise for her physique. Kaz, however, stands aside, witnessing the pressure on her. After the shoot, he comforts her on handling it well. She admits to breaking down sometimes, but manages. She shares her beloved song, Nina Simone's Blackbird. At the party, these figures try to trip him up with probing questions, poking fun at his relative inexperience. But Kaz, with a sharp mind and keen presence, navigates through the insinuations gracefully. Back to Noni. She's torn up about Kaz's reaction, knowing she's got deep feelings for him that far surpass her public relationship. She wishes she could change things, but feels trapped by the external image she must maintain. Kaz and Noni are in their own worlds now, yet connected by the undercurrent of their unspoken bond. But Kaz responds to all of them with respect and caution. We see that he is a mature person and knows what he is supposed to do in the field. Back at Noni's, she's having an erotic party with her celebrity friends, but she regrets it the next morning. She decides to visit her boyfriend, Kid Culprit, at his trailer to break up with him. She ends the relationship without any stress, agreeing to just be friends. Meanwhile, Kaz is called to handle a domestic abuse case, arresting a man who hit his wife in front of their children. Kaz gives the wife his number for future help. Noni arrives and invites Kaz to join her, and he agrees to avoid embarrassing her. Surprisingly, Noni changes his world by taking him on his first plane trip. It's a private plane, and she has plans for them both. Kaz is blindfolded as they share intimate, sensual moments. Later, Noni brings Kaz to the BET Music Awards, declaring him her lover and boyfriend publicly. As she prepares to perform, Macy sneaks up to tell Kaz he's not right for Noni. Yet, Kaz firmly stands his ground, ensuring he won't leave Noni alone with her. Noni performs on stage with Kid their new song. However, in the middle of the performance, he crudely cuts in on her spotlight and later shoves her head into his crotch. He then addresses the audience and says it was he who broke up with her, causing her suicide attempt. He then pulls off Noni's jacket, exposing her naked body. Just then Kaz goes on stage to stop this and take her away. Kid calls her a bitch, and Kaz socks him in the face to the delight of the audience. This incident forces Noni to break down, as she is fed up with this lifestyle. After the humiliation, Kaz decides to take Noni away for a while to a beach house. There, she ditches her trademark purple and silver hair for a more modest and natural hairstyle. They become more romantically involved, and they make love every day, every time they wish to. They go to a beach bar and grill with a karaoke stage. Kaz gets up to serenade Noni, only he's a pretty bad singer. Noni then gets up and sings Blackbird with tears streaming down her cheeks. The audience loves her astonishing performance and applauds her non-stop. Someone records the performance to put up on YouTube. The next day, however, their time at the bar is cut short when Macy arrives with the paparazzi trailing behind her. Kaz leaves them alone to talk. Macy then tells Noni that the Blackbird video got over 40,000 hits on YouTube. She also mentions that Blackbird was the first song Noni sang when she was a child. Macy played it to drown out Noni's crying, but Noni sang along to the melody. That's when the mother noticed her daughter could be a miracle to revive their lives. After that, the two make up and decide to go back to their work. Once Macy leaves the house, Kaz comes to speak with his girlfriend. However, when he hears that she decided to go back, he walks off on her, disappointed by her foolishness to trust her mother again. Soon, Noni and Macy meet up again with Liam and the rest of the producers. The album is still set for release, but Noni wants them to add a song that she wrote on her own, one that truly represents her. Macy agrees with her daughter on this as well, or else they back out on the producers. Macy then takes out a termination notice that Liam claims was mistakenly sent to her fax machine. He apologizes and allows for the song's use. Later, back at home, the mother and daughter argue over Macy's control over Noni. Noni argues that it was Macy's chance to prove to everyone who looked down on her that she wasn't a failure by showing off her talented daughter. This leads to Macy slapping Noni, but she's immediately regretful. Her actions, however, result in being fired by her daughter. Noni immediately goes to Kaz, who's about to leave for an event with politicians. Kaz expresses his regret about them not being able to be together, and they part ways amicably, understanding the separate paths their lives are taking. Right after, Kaz receives a strange call from the woman he once saved and returns to her home. She stands outside her home, terrified. Her husband has a gun and shoots at Kaz but misses. Kaz overpowers him and beats him relentlessly. Meanwhile, Noni is on TV admitting she attempted suicide on the ledge. However, she also says she let go of the Noni everyone knew to become the Noni she wants to be. The interviewer praises her bravery and wishes her luck. Encouraged by his father, Kaz follows Noni to a concert in her hometown in the UK and professes his love for her. But she is called on stage by the assistant. The fans cheer her on, and she performs Blackbird. Soon after, she invites Kaz on stage, and they reveal their relationship. She tells him she loves him back and promises to love him forever. The movie ends as they kiss, with the crowd cheering for them.